not what I meant to do. Ugh, sorry. Oh God, not what I wanted. I can never get this time right. Sorry. Again.
The damned...
It's finally time to meet up with everyone! Paimon even dreamt of making the film If Paimon remembers right, we're meeting at Hotel de Boer. Let's get going!
Just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Ayaka! Yoimiya! You're already here!
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka? What were you up to yesterday?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Mermonia. I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. So I rode the aquabus with Yoimiya and visited the opera house on Aranias Island.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there! 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together! You've already seen them, right? Yeah, those two! Amazing, aren't they?
We sat and watched for quite a while.
What?
Did you get some mango
Yeah.
syrup?
Mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them
Sorry.
forever.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them, too!
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well, diving, to be exact. I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. There were... At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like anything at all. Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the romaritime flowers blossoming underwater.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people.
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beasts!
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aquabus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the light. As soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be...
Speaking of the film, where's everybody
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. As for the others, We're here.
Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Wow.
Wait, 6 miles?
I'm so tired. I heard you all chatting, so I decided to come down.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Can someone fetch me a cup of coffee? More milk, hold the sugar.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that for—
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
Oh, Yoimiya's always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or adapted.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life?
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Oh, thank you. The sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the morning.
Ah, it seems everyone has managed to arrive on time.
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant owner. We are free to use the second floor to shoot our film.
Really? That's great!
He is really looking forward to our film, and hopes that providing his restaurant as a filming location will attract more customers. Well then, Mr. Xavier, I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay, thanks. First, I'd like to introduce our new members. This is our prop manager, Veronique, and this is Bonneau, our lighting technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each—
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real professionals joining the crew now.
First of all, please allow me to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in the crew. When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice.
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all honored to be a part of this.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and feelings of every person here, as well as the endless effort we are about to pour into it. So, without further ado, the Two Musketeers will officially begin filming now! You may take it from here, Director Farina.
All right, listen up, everyone. The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your position.
Whoa. Seems Farina—
Is everyone clear? All right. Cameras will start rolling as soon— not the kind of waves that drown people.
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that. Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to—
Those memories. So dark.
How about here?
A little more to the left.
You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
No, I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clap.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clap?
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond. And just, oh, I see.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there.
Oh, on it. I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it. But she was right.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Ah, yes. To help me really look the part.
To achieve a more...
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eye.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
So, this is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight.
Yes. This way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest in...
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon, or whether you're holding it or it's on the table.
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and you...
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to... This is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori. Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. All right. Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevres, could the two of you...
Huh? What's going on? Are we...
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Shep.
But, brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries. Now, I will be able to focus...
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved. The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character. But also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevres.
Chevres mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
All right.
Good. It's decided that we'll also need to make some immediate...
You're doing a great favor for me.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking...
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the... Let's go, Miss Chevres. I look forward to...
Please, just call me
Seems like you're really going out of your way to solve the problem I was having.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the Traveler. But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
Alright, go on. Spoil her some more.
Ayato! It's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine.
Yes. I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more time to prepare.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard.
Go on now. And please take good care of Ayaka.
Yep, don't worry.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
All right. Now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone. The first scene, Chevres will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Silence on the set! Lights, camera, action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working,
But I didn't notice them this morning.
then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now. By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. He said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet, but one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand?
And cut! Not bad. The actor's emotions were also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time.
Oh,
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevros?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we... This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights!
Mother, we're back. Mother? What's wrong?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother! Mother...
There's poison in this cup.
Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions. Iris, we need to leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But are we just going to let them get away with it?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now.
Sorry. Oh my god.
Come on, let's go.
No, wait.
This is actually pretty
We
good.
can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance!
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in...
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy? Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
Traveler. Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that you have a case where the murders seem really similar.
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers. Always, and on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct.
Oh, that does sound, especially after seeing the script today. Ooh, what do you think, Traveler? You're smart. Paimon wants to hear your thoughts.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice. There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Huh? Right now?
The most valuable intel. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it.
So, where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
Welcome to Le Show's Clockwork.
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some special
Special components? Sorry.
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys.
Huh? For fire?
Don't misunderstand.
Well, to be completely...
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual,
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers who buy in bulk on behalf of their organization.
Is that so? I understand.
You're welcome. It's the lead.
Oh, hey, Chevris. Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hello, Estelle.
Oh, is this another case? I don't think so.
Oh?
Because there's no profit!
Then has anybody come...
Well,
I understand.
don't mention it.
Seems like we haven't found any leads to go.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Huh?
You think so, huh?
Huh?
That I grew up in Fliv, Sandra.
Worthless!
Hello. I'd like to ask some questions.
I don't know anything.
Don't worry. I'm not here to...
You say that now.
It's the truth. Here. Take this as...
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the Special Patrol bribing?
Seems you're different. What do you want to know?
Have you heard anything related...
Muskets, huh?
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's hard to tell around here. Someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere. It's all the same.
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember clearly.
Is it that you don't remember, or that you...
You tell me.
Then please.
giving her even more Mora!
The noises came from the end of the southern waterway. I came out and had a look for myself. That's all I know.
All right.
Thanks for the pat de fruit.
No need to be surprised. Seems you catch on pretty. Now then, let. It's been a while, Tage.
Please, just get on.
I want to know if you've heard anybody.
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been extreme.
One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned.
What's weird about that?
This is Fleuve Centre, but that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it.
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot marks to track them down?
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
In Fleuve Centre, knowing who was killed is as easy as knowing what clothes you're wearing today. It's the guy living in the east side, isn't it?
So, who was the one who lost the gun in the
Don't bother. Even if you asked, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers.
He's right.
I know you grew up here, Chevres. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long.
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face too much around here. It's for your own safety.
I'll come and go as I please. And I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often due to my work.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
What's all this? Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
Yes, but have a closer look. Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up. These are obviously marks from musket bullets. In other words, someone was here trying to improve their shot.
Could it have been the kid?
Your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, let's go. Seems like that's all we'll be able to uncover for today.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the surface.
Yes. Assuming that everything a month ago, our suspect found in the following weeks, he used some parts then, a few days ago. The deceased was a resident of Fleuve. Yeah, that's also. If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this murder. He was no saint, but no one's heard of a rival who hated. What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom? We've thoroughly investigated that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder, and
Okay, so he has now.
not only that, he has a family of his own, and both of his parents. In the story, the mother of the two musketeers was murdered after the children turned 10. More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person. He didn't seem like the kind of person who would pull the trigger to kill a man.
Then, what should we do now?
Investigations take time. I didn't expect us to. How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the investigation once we're done with the film.
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea just a moment ago?
Ah, but the book had more than one reference to the islands.
Oh? What else did it say then?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the fog, you'll eventually come across an island.
I have to do that part. Because I... Okay. I'm just gonna do this. Ain't not what I meant to do. It's just been a few days. But, Merry Christmas Eve to, to all of you. just saying.
It's filming time again! Our schedule is jam-packed for the next couple of days.
So, I hope everyone has, Merry Christmas tomorrow. Just...
Anyway, let's head out and meet up with the others.
Everyone, we're looking to wrap with our two main ladies today. I can already smell our success.
What do you mean, looking to wrap? Oh, aren't you the expert now?
This upcoming scene is the two musketeers' final confrontation with the Baron. Anyway, get ready. Lights, camera, action!
The view is beautiful tonight. It reminds me of that fateful night 10 years ago. And now that I've said it, I can even make out the faint fragrance of herbal tea in the air.
Enough, villain! It's time that you pay for the death of our mother!
My dear Iris, have you forgotten your manners? How can you speak like this to your own father?
I'd sooner swallow all of my teeth than call you father.
What did I expect? Seems the daughters have turned out to be just as obstinate as their foolish mother. In this world, mora and status is everything. She thought she could blackmail me using her children and force me to grant her recognition and concessions? Ah, how naive can a woman be?
Mother never asked a single thing of you. All she wished was for us to live a peaceful life, just like the others.
It was you who personally brewed the poison of prejudice and sent Mother to her death. Compared to that deadly poison, the 2 bullets that will soon pierce through your heart will be like sweet mercy!
And that's exactly why I said you're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me? So let's see. What is stronger? Mora and power, or the 2 muskets in your hand? Get them!
Tulip! There are too many of them!
It'll be okay. We'll cover each other, Iris. And Mother will be watching over us, too. Sakura swirl!
You've lost.
To think I'd lose to my own 2 kids.
We are no children of yours, and we'll never call that place our home.
Then tell me, what did you do all this for? You lost your mother, and will soon kill your father as well. What will you gain in the end, other than sentences for your crimes?
Sorry.
We will gain our long-awaited justice. It's over.
Finally, it's over.
So, I'm not too sure, Iris. Maybe somewhere with lots of flowers? After all, Mother always did love going where the blossoms were. What about you?
I want to go visit Mother's grave.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Huh? Tulip, look!
What is it?
It's Mother's favorite. The rainbow rose. Look, it...
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Even I didn't expect this scene to go so well. And, all right, everyone. We've...
Congratulations, Ayaka and Chef!
Thank you. I didn't expect our parts to wrap so quickly.
Paimon totally understands. Paimon's not ready to say goodbye to the clapperboard either. You were great too, Chevres. The way you said, long...
That is indeed my favorite line in the whole book. I still remember trying to act it out in my room the first few times I read it.
Whoa! Paimon would have never guessed you're that...
Who doesn't like stories where the guilty are punished and justice prevails over evil? Don't forget, I'm the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Captain, I have something urgent to report.
Please excuse me, everyone. I'll be back in just a moment.
It's okay, don't worry about us.
Oh? Was she whisked away by work already? I was just about to tell her how great she did.
It seemed like some urgent official business.
Then perhaps we should thank the stars that we were able to wrap both of your parts so quickly today. Anyway, I actually came over to let everyone know that we're all done for today. And one last thing, Miss Ayaka. Your acting skills today were immaculate as always. Are you sure you won't consider taking up full-time acting? See, I just happen to know this great troupe that's still looking for a lead actress.
Thank you for your kind words, Director Farina. Unfortunately, there are still many matters that I have to take care of back home at the Yashiro Commission. I cannot remain in Fontaine to pursue an acting career. Nevertheless, I will make sure to treasure this incredible opportunity in my heart.
Oh, that's a shame, but I understand. Just let me know if you ever change your mind.
I believe it's also about time for me to take my leave. But hopefully I'll see you on set over the next few days. See you tomorrow, Traveler and Paimon.
Yep, see you tomorrow! Well, what should we do next? Maybe we'll go invest...
Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Huh?
You could say that our ship has finally chanced upon one of those small, remote islands of...
Paimon's exhausted. Paimon, so, Chevres, why did you take us here?
Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should show us a clear way forward. Have you ever heard of someone by the name of Emily?
Oh, You mean that famous perfumer?
She's a good friend of mine. She's lent me her aid several times in the past to resolve some difficult cases. After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder, I sent it to her. After all, she's probably the foremost expert on flowers and scents in all.
And then?
There was nothing remarkable about the flower or the trace amounts of soil left on it. But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left by the killer was derived from a very rare cultivar.
Huh. Paimon didn't know that there were different varieties of rainbow rose.
Flowers that are deliberately cultivated will always show some different features from those that bloom in the wild. We already knew that the rose left at the scene belonged to a special cultivar, but with Emily's expertise, we were able to pinpoint the place where it was first picked from.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So whoever—
Precisely. And after we checked what we learned against some sales records from the past, we discovered that there's only one person in all of Fontaine who could grow and sell this specific cultivar.
Really?
It's the novelist.
But didn't you say he had an alibi?
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. I still don't. However, that doesn't mean the true culprit never visited him at his home, or whatever the case. We will have to confirm a number of things with—
So you mean the next place we need to go—
Yes. We're going to pay him a visit at his— That should be his house.
There are so many Gardamex stationed around the place.
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired them so he won't be harassed or disturbed.
Huh. So there are a lot of flowers in his garden, but Paimon doesn't—
Right. Which is exactly why I think they're—
So—
Just wait here for—
But they're so far away—
Don't forget, Paimon. I'm actually the real-life captain of the Musketeers.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. I wonder. Oh, so you can't do that. Aw.
All clear. Let's go.
Wait! Paimon's a little nervous now that we know he—
I'll go knock on the door and make sure it's safe inside.
But can't we just—
We still have no evidence. Still, it would be appreciated if you could pick a rainbow rose from his garden for me while I'm talking to him.
Sure, no problem.
Excuse me, Mr. Baptiste.
Who could it be at this hour? Oh, it's you.
Would you mind accompanying me?
Oh.
I cannot confirm or deny that.
So it is that.
Listen, I need—
Miss Shavras, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
Oh!
By saving me the trouble.
I will confess.
Huh?
Hey!
Please relax, everyone.
Then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste, that everything you say right now will be used as evidence for the inevitable trial.
Yes.
I must say,
Oh?
Both, I suppose.
For the same reason as the... I know you haven't figured out the link, but that won't stop me from always...
Your mother is still healthy and well.
You know, I was adopted as a child.
That was never recorded in the orphanage's records.
Please forgive a 6-year-old child for concocting some lies to protect himself after watching his mother.
So, you're not...
No, of course not. It was a work of fiction with many embellished parts. But I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man who abused his power to murder my mother.
But the man you killed didn't have a Mora to his name.
He was a hired assassin.
But if that's really the truth, you wouldn't be telling us any of this now. You still haven't managed to take revenge against your father. I'm simply skeptical.
It's simple, really. You may have considered me too soft to...
So you're going to call a stop to your revenge?
The true mastermind is...
And so what? The characters in your book never gave...
Now, Officer Shavras, I'm the one who has killed a man, aren't I?
What's your father's name? How do you...
Well...
Sure. Why don't we...
No, it has to be here.
Fine.
When I said won't be overheard, I would like to speak with you and you alone.
Thanks. I appreciate...
Please stay safe, Chev.
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about to say?
Well, that depends.
Fair enough.
So that's how...
So, it's...
Do you want me to go public with this?
No, of course not.
Then why did you bother telling...
You've read my work. Even if you were to go public with all... It's been too long. Justice will never...
Not if you don't try...
I know that as the captain, but... Do you really think a cushy life in prison really constitutes justice for him?
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. Pull the trigger of justice against him.
You want me to let you go, so you may complete...
No, Officer Shavras, no.
Oh, Shavras sure is... Paimon's worried. What if he decided to attack her? Oh, still. Do you have any idea who the rich...
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
Hey, how did your talk go?
I've already sent someone to ask...
But what about the name? Did he tell...
Yes, he did. I'll probably be
All right, Paimon and...
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
Just put it this for now. Though that does not help. Why not? Okay.
We haven't seen Chevra since that night at Baptiste's place. Well, guess there's no point in worrying about it now. Let's go join up with the others.
Good morning! Hayaka and I were just talking.
Is Chevra
Probably not.
Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left. She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes, so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera.
We were also planning on having a victory feast once we're all finished filming.
If only Chevros was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her.
I'm afraid that can't be helped. Those special patrol folks are like phantoms when they've got a case on their hands.
But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and confessed his crimes, but we didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it going to affect the reception?
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film. I have to say, though, that no director can be perfectly comfortable with garnering attention through means other than artistic skill.
To be fair, I feel like that ship sailed the moment you allowed yourself to be named as the director on our posters.
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has...
sunk to an all-time low?
Spread to the four corners of Teyvat.
Excuse me, everyone.
Xavier! Feels like it's...
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association, and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing. So forgive me for not being around more often, but please believe me when I say that I will make sure everyone's hard work gets the exposure it deserves.
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own battles.
Yes, that's one way to put it. Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please allow me to finally introduce the original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
A pleasure to meet you all.
Yes, glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. Morris.
Oh, well, the situation has indeed improved somewhat.
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself over it. The good news is that we're almost done filming now, and I would even say that this is the best story I've ever seen.
Is that so? I see. That's great news.
All right, now that we've gotten all the pleasantries out of the way, we'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve. Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the two
That's right. Ayato should be here any minute.
Excellent! Then let's start with the scenery shots. Camera and clapper loader.
Yep, we'll be ready.
Remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some particularly lovely patches of flowers and grass, feel free to grab some close-ups of those as well. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action! Okay, now move the camera slowly. Try to focus on that. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter? Huh? But wasn't it working? Veronique, can we try a different...
No problem. How about this one?
All right, let's give it another try. Lights! Camera! Action! Don't tell me. Veronique, do we have any other spare...
I'm afraid we only brought...
What? Then go find a...
On it.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay.
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today.
I see.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our...
The people at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off. That's super strange. It was perfectly fine just yesterday.
Well, no time to dwell on that now. Let's get back to filming. Ahem! Quiet on set! Places everywhere...
By the way, have you heard about that recent murder case?
Yes, I have. It seems that they've caused quite the commotion in the city.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine.
Director, we have a problem.
Oh, we're in the middle of it!
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping...
Oh, wait, well, what did you...
Mr. Bono, please.
I'm coming too. No, Yoimiya, you have... Oh. Okay, listen up. Everyone who's not working on this current scene... Unbelievable. How could...
We're back.
How did it go?
We found it in the sewers.
Huh?
We discovered it just in...
I really don't...
Okay, but who could have stolen the film?
Could it be...
But if they wanted to harass us, why wait until the last day?
Okay, we don't...
Yeah, let's finish it.
I would like to officially announce that our entry to the festival, The Two Musketeers... Even though the filming process proved to be extreme...
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all...
All right, let's save the awards speech. Anyway, now it's time to party!
Party! Paimon wants to party! Whoa, this place is hopping. Everyone's finally getting to relax after wrapping up. Farina!
Oh, my darling clapper loader and camera operator.
Paimon thinks you worked even harder than us. Worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera!"
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful in your dreams?
That's not Paimon's fault. We've just used the clapperboard too much lately.
Anyway, what's most important is... Hey, no need to mention the official name.
Wait, now that you mention it, if we did win the prize, would Farina just get a statue of hers?
Come on, I don't need that kind of attention. Xavier can accept the reward on our behalf.
But just imagine! Farina accepting the Farina Award and holding a Farina statue.
I'm going back to my dessert now.
Going?
Everything went rather smooth.
Ayato told me that we've already confirmed the dates for some Inazuma Fontaine cultural exchange event. So the next time we visit, we'll be doing so in our capacities as the representatives of the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, that's great! Then maybe Paimon will be able to find Fontaine Oh, wait. Wouldn't Yaimiko get upset if that happens? That would be... you've got a point. She's always complaining that light novels have become bland and too predictable after...
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both nations, of course. We have also made plans for cross-cultural engagements in the fields of gourmet cuisine, toy making, and artisan craftsmanship.
Whoa! Paimon's getting super excited now!
When the time comes, be sure to visit and participate in all the events.
Chiori!
Hey, you two.
Are you not really into these kinds of big...
Not particularly. But this is still better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
But if this film becomes a big hit, people will definitely come flocking to your...
Yes, that's highly likely. As long as the film can premiere as planned.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles we had to face today.
You're right. It's as if all our bad luck just manifested at once.
But why today of all days? No. No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the film to the editors.
How are you doing, Mr. Morris? Yeah.
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, is there something that you...
Oh, well, I'm just not a late-night person.
Oh, no! Silly me. I almost forgot to...
What?
I prepared a whole batch of fireworks for the party.
Fireworks, you say?
Could you help me carry them over, Mr. Morris?
Me? Are you sure that...
I just wanted to make this surprise pretty please, Mr. Morris.
but...
It's okay, just come... The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
Sorry about that, Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it... It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
Why did I have to get roped into this? What was that? Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd get away, Morris?
Whoa.
You've got the wrong guy. It wasn't me. I'm not the killer.
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Eliza's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean? Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please. Listen to me. I told Eliza to keep us a secret. I paid her plenty for her silence. I never thought she'd keep the child. Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice. She'd force my hand. No! I'm begging you. I have money. Just name your price, please.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell. I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Eliza's murder.
Ooh.
Hmm? You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the Second Musketeer.
Wait, what's going on? This wasn't in the script.
Drop the gun, Veronique.
This just turned out really interesting. Oh my god, wow.
Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster?
Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
What is going on?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris? Everything that took place just now was staged to get you, but this last part is all improv, of course.
Chevres, you told us you wanted us to help you stage a play. You never said anything about the Second Musketeer.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until now. Thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us.
On it.
So what do you think, Morris? Care to talk about what happened 20 years ago? My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation room. With the recording we made, you have no chance of winning in court. Go up.
All right. I'll talk. I hired an assassin to murder Elisa. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after some time, we kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before she became pregnant. And if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
She believed that you were truly in love with her.
I didn't have a choice. I gave her a large sum of mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby. But then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was the only...
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be completely ruined. I didn't have a choice.
No. You always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back, and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening when we finally climbed out and gathered around our mother. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the Musketeers.
No, that's why I became a Musketeer! The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I figured as much.
You...
I once told these two that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way. I think what really tipped me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him?
Huh?
He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met, but he didn't say a single word about you. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got? He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone. He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So, and as expected, the second musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast. Besides, what—
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Eliza all those years ago.
Human scum.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look, and if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor. Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew. With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records.
My brother.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
He trusted you to stand on the side.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the fortress of Meripede? I will never be able to forget the feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands.
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the I wondered. I agonized over—
So why don't you—
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this world. Perhaps, to you, justice is simply but everyone has their own understanding of— Today, you'll kill Morris. And tomorrow, his children may come for you. The world cannot render judgments based— Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is what— But with all that said—
Chevros, the rest of the special patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Yoimiya. Letelier.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered.
Chevron.
Let's go. We should give an explanation. Thank you for your concern. I'm just thinking.
Who would have thought more?
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound.
Well, what should we do now? We have a finished film, of course.
What do you mean? Shouldn't you be even more motivated to spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Chiori is right.
But the real ending of the story...
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Just like the real world, the world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice.
Sounds good to me.
What about Veronique? Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and more. If I had to guess, they'll probably—
Oh, you mean that kind of heads up?
Exactly.
Ahem. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. You should join us, Chevros.
All right.
Then I'll wait for you over there.
Traveler, Paimon, could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? Thank you very much. Sorry for the wait.
Oh, we weren't waiting.
No, I don't have anything new to share. Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes?
Yeah.
Is that so? When I was young, my father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
Oh? Why?
Because the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision. One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin. and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped in. I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to be a member of the Special Patrol as well. You could say it was his way of educating his children.
That sounds awful.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the icy water. The bone-chilling cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything but fear and rage. I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore. I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes, I've never felt afraid about anything in my life.
That way of teaching would have never worked on—
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for anyone. It's just that, working now as I am in the pursuit of justice, I still sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again.
Chevres.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. Anyway, how about a race? Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims faster.
You guys go—
Whoa, that felt good.
You were so fast in the water, Chevres. You were swimming—
Partly, but I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about.
Oh, so it's due to your love of—
Of course, it was only after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is often stranger than fiction. Come on, let's walk a bit more. To be honest, I do sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance. Thank you for coming on this walk with me. I feel
Huh! We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Huh, you're right. I didn't realize we were so close.
He really did plant a lot of flowers. It's just like how he described it in the story.
Huh? Wait, the rainbow roses in the garden. They're in full bloom. Even though it's a bit late, I must thank you for investigating this case with me. Not on behalf of the Special Patrol this time. It's a personal expression of gratitude from yours truly. Thank you for looking out for me.